Hey everyone, and Elaine, Dragon Mom already here. And I got JB who just climbed up. I had to readjust the camera to show off him in his temporary sweep mode. So what are you pretending to read tonight? Oh, you gonna be nice or you gonna be a butthead and bite me again? It's like, I haven't decided yet. Little man was in here, but he's like, I refuse to get on the chair. He just hangs out on the side. What's this place that we're not allowed in? All right, I'm out of here. And this one demands to come up. Huh. Good boy. His weekly couple minutes of sweet. Huh. Boop. He's like sleeping above my head when I nap on the couch, but he still bites me if I try to pet him in there. Like, it's only acceptable in here. If you can see it coming, it's a no-no. But if you reach over his head, he's just like, what? I can take a boop. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. As a penalty for getting the head scratches that you like. No, you like them because your eyes keep closing. But now if I try to use this hand, he'll be like, I can see it. It's too close to me. Oh, I'd have to move my arm to where it'd be resting on you almost. And that wouldn't be allowed. Where are all your troublemakers at, Elaine? Is Tiki plotting to knock stuff over? Yeah. And we're going to have to switch out our blankets soon. I know I got a Halloween one. Xena passed out beside me. Nice. Oh, Xena. So long as she doesn't roll off of anything. Tiki watching TV with her dad downstairs. That checks out. And Panther is somewhere. Oh, Panther. Not hiding in his box, keeping it safe. She's on the floor. Oh, Xena's like, I know I'm gonna fall when I roll. Very slowly. Huh. Kind of like you. You're not so much on the arm as like leaned back on my hip. If I shift my hip, he's gonna be like, a boost, my butt hit a cushion. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And somebody's having the audacity to be outside, it sounds like. Oddly, she never falls, defies gravity. How? Oh, Xena. Don't worry, he's not gonna eat you. Your mama won't let him. They had that training session when you were the size of her nose. Panther is in the room with AC. Smart kitty. Whereas Franny isn't that smart. She's like, I like the hardwood because it's cooler, except for the hardwood is in the kitchen, the hottest room in the house by like 10 degrees. Like, you could lay directly on under the fan on your cooling mat. It gets colder the longer you lay on it. Does she touch that? No. She acts like it's abuse. unless you trick her onto it. Like, I'll pet you, come here. And then she accidentally sits on it and goes, oh, huh. Your mom was coasting on her good luck. So are you going for ghosts or vampires or Blackwater tonight? Oh, yeah. I see that you drooled on your arm a little bit. He's got a little wet spot right here. They have figured out they can feel the breeze from the AC in the hallway. Nice. Yeah. So you're not that smart, are you? Well, you just get cool. You gotta hang out. Like, I don't like humans, but I like them enough I want to be near them. And he'll hang out on the couch, but you're not allowed to pet him there, or that's abuse. But he likes being over my head. Finished The Flood earlier, book 1 of Blackwater. Nice. I got about 15 pages before I fell asleep. Not sure what to read or finish next. The next book in the series? Or the book you're closest to finishing next? I am determined I'm going to finish this weekend either by DNF or skimming. I've got about 155 pages left, which shouldn't be a lot in an action novel. But it's just so freaking slow. I keep getting mythological lectures. It's like, tell us what the clue means and where to go next. I don't need a 3-page lecture on, the Odyssey. Huh. So much potential. No, Vin and I reading series together, still waiting for him. So, what's their next closest book to finishing? And is Vin actually reading it? Because we all know he's a liar. He has also said he'd read ACOTAR and, watch Lion King, but now he has to be edgy and not watch it. And making excuses of, I might not be on booktube, and then I don't have to read it in September. He cannot be trusted. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Beezer? Do we trust him to read the books? I don't think JB believes him either. Ooh. Okay, wait. He is reading it. He did read ACOTAR once. Others he needs to read. Mm-hmm. I should get you to read the series, and then he's like, nah. That'll be fair. It is. By the sounds of it, very nah. Not really to one's taste. No. Getting spicier and spicier. Because they just tried to get spicy in this one, and it's like, oh, that stupid, thinks he's intelligent agent, blocking things, breaking into folks' hotels' rooms. Hey. Don't give me that. Yeah, you better give me that face instead. Don't be trying to bite. Well, the whole series was Gnome's fault. And he's not even here to dispute that claim. Oh, no. Noah hasn't read them all yet either, has he? He's only read like 2 or 3 of them. Silly Noah. But I think he paid for it. He kept getting scared on a live stream because he was playing a zombie game. And then he made noises he should not have made. Probably still stressing about zombies. Mm-hmm. Though I'm not sure that's stress so much as he was trying to get bitten. We're on to him. Especially with those noises he was making shooting the thing. Mm-hmm. He was being dirty. Oh, hi, little man. You coming to check on Mama? Don't you hit little man. Oscar. Nope. He's not gonna come close enough to go on screen. It's a little rude. He's like, I'm cute. I will not be caught on camera today. Hi, Lily. How are you? Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm tiny enough to be below screen. That's why you go looking for him when he's talking junk, and then Franny takes advantage. He goes, Wahaha, I'm the muscle. He's just a loudmouth distraction. Boop. Yeah. You make hissy face, I'm gonna keep sneaky booping you. I'm listening to an audiobook, When Night Breaks by Janella Angels. Nice. You always have ones I've never heard of. How are you liking this one so far? I just got Hoopla last night for the first time, so got it from there. Oh, nice. I've never used that one. I managed to get a 3-month Kindle trial, so I'm having fun finding all the ones on there. Like, I can finally finish the series after a year. It is book 2 in a series of 2 books. I'm enjoying it so far. I really liked book 1. That's good. What's it about? Another creepy thriller? Or is it full-on horror? Mm-hmm. Duologies are nice. I've got one I need to finish eventually. Well, we got to work up to that because it's going to be a long read. Magic and such. Ooh, I do like some good magic. Huh. What do you think, Beezer? It just keeps scratching. Fantasy YA. Ooh, I can read those. More mystery and slow burn romance. And as long as the romance is in the background, it's not too bad. It's when it takes front and center that, not for me. Give me some attitude with that romance, then we're good. I've got what's supposed to be an archaeological thriller, but if you like Greek mythology and need some like lectures on that, and the Odyssey, I got one. I'm gonna be skimming this one tonight because they keep lecturing on it. Got to get the action going. But it was like a $3 book, so that I'm enjoying it a little bit counts. They just need to get rid of the professor character. And I'm waiting for the one guy to get shanked because he keeps taking off the other chick. You know, she was like the Greek version of IRA, right? Keep taking her off. One of these times you're gonna be done. And no one's going to mourn you. Is it a long audiobook, or since it's young adult, is it kind of flying through short pages? Like, yeah, 15 hours, it'll be done. Unless you speed it up. Oh, yeah, you clean that paw in preparation of swinging. Or are you going to clean your face? They need to clean the rest of you, not just your paw. Not just your paw. I'm not sure, since I'm new to Hoopla, I can't figure out how to tell. Fair. Hi, other peoples. I see numbers, but I don't know who it is. Looking for what to read. Well, that's like a good 30, 45-minute, ordeal trying to pick the next book. Honestly, that's why I do TBRs. I'm like, if I get in the mood for this, this is what I'm going to read. If I'm in the mood for this, this is what I'm going to read. Then I only have to spend like a half hour once a month instead of every time I finish a book. And then I almost never get through the TBR, so we have carryover. Mm-hmm. Last book was about 347 pages. So like a standard, shorty-ish one. Not bad. That's about the length of this one. Like, I feel like I should have been able to finish it in about 3 sittings, but it ain't happening. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I see your fangs. Who's a little fang face? Yes, your little fang face. We might actually get some sprinting tonight since we're missing most of the chaos gremlins. Not as much shenanigans going down. So I don't do TBRs. Too many carryover books now. You only have what? 20 left on your TBF pile? Star Trek it is. Nice. Is that one of your new Star Treks or one of your started ones? I got plenty of recommendations for you, Cobalt. Mm-hmm. Oh, thanks. Oh, I love it. It's always fun popping up random books in the chat going, you need to read this one. Or, oh my gosh, stay away from that one. So I will always say, stay away from Discovery of Witches. She was stupid. don't know if y'all can hear him, but he's snoring a little bit. Which means he's not asleep yet, but it won't be long. New one, and I have the movie. I was all excited for it, and then she got all, stupid over some dude he was stalking you at the beginning. And now you're like threatening to off your family for, hey, get away from my man. Like, he stalked and essentially kidnapped you. And now y'all are in love. Stupid. Supposedly third book is good, but you got to read the first and second to get there. And even people that like the series seem to be trashing the second one. Almost started Discovery today. Don't do it, Elaine. She's so dumb. She had so much potential. The first half, she was awesome. And then she hooked up the guy and became stupid. I'm going to see if it's on her book. You've been warned. But I seem to be in the minority because a lot of folks were like, this is amazing. And it had a bunch of good reviews. But, still not as cringe as Rysand. I don't know. When you're like threatening to possibly burn up your aunt for some dude that's like tricked you and used you and treated you like crap from day one, that's pretty stupid. that gives some hardcore cringe. You're supposed to be over your cringe by the time you're in your 30s. That's some like high school behavior. But Daddy, I love him. Hey, Dad, how are you? Feeling have this show on. Maybe the show's actually good. I don't know. I was too annoyed to try it when I saw it after trying to read the book. Like, the guy is described as like, oh my god, so freaking hot. And then you see who they cast, and he didn't do it for me. Like, they lied. There's not even eye candy. Famous Fourth Ring in Hill House. Lots rave about them. Doesn't make them any better for me. Mm-hmm. That's why there's so many books, because some people love those kinds of things. I mean, enemies to lovers full of spice is a whole thing now. I cannot stand it. Like, if I wanted to, I would just do it. I don't need to read about them doing it. Dresses, shoes at a park. Oh, silly. Ooh. So you're just going out looking all extra cute. Not a good idea walking in sandals, walking in the park. Depends on the sandals. But you went with super cute ones, didn't you? Hopefully you don't blister up too bad before you get home. That's no fun. Are they new, like breaking them in, or just, oops, wasn't, planning to go to the park and wore the wrong outfit? Cooking dinner, so I will watch you, lovely friends. Aw, thank you. So what's for dinner tonight? I need ideas for making dinner after this. I finally ran out of leftovers yesterday. No, I actually got to cook. But I don't know what I'm craving. I just know it's either going to be ground beef or tenderloin. Yep, he snored himself to sleep now. Silly boy. And I think, Elaine, you've already had dinner, haven't you? Friday is leftover night. Easy plan. Yeah, I usually throw chicken in the crock pot like Saturday or Sunday, and then, you know, we have leftovers for a few days, or I'll do that and make something else. But it's Friday. We've gone through all the chicken. Now I'll have to cook again. But that's okay because I'm off on Fridays. I eat when I get home sometimes. But dinner is anywhere between like 6:30 and 9 o'clock, depending on how long it takes and when we actually get hungry. And then sometimes he falls asleep before dinner. Sometimes it's a pizza when he walks in the door. It's very, we don't know what we're doing casual around here. We eat when we eat. The only ones that have schedules are the pups. And Franny lies and tries to have that schedule about 2 hours early. And if you're late, she will cuss you out and smack you up. Unless she falls asleep waiting. When she finally gives up cussing and smacking and begging, fine, I'm going to bed. Oh, hey, it's 20 minutes late and only getting it because the little man was like, hey, I gave you eyes and perky ears. I had pasta for lunch and we were having leftover quiche for dinner. Ooh. Quiche, I've never got really good at making those. Sort of like, I don't like spinach, but whenever somebody makes a good like little spinach quiche like tart or whatever, oh, those are good. Well, no, can't eat that late. I would pass out from low sugar. That's what snacking is for. But you definitely can't be having the low sugars. Because I have the other problem is mine will be too high. We did broccoli, zucchini, and sharp cheddar cheese. I like the cheddar cheese. Maybe that's one of those where like there's some stuff that I've eaten, like, don't tell me what's in it, because everything that is in it sounds disgusting. But somehow together it works. Like my mom's green bean casserole. I hate everything that's in it. But I will fight you for the last of it. Perkies eat early and rarely snack at night. Depends how late I stay up. Or I'll be like, I'm kind of hungry, but not enough for like to sit down and eat. And then end up not actually being hungry. I'm like, I nibbled on a bag of popcorn later or earlier, so now I don't want dinner. I'm so full. But then before I go to bed, I'm like, oh, now I finally worked off the popcorn, and it's 10:30 at night. My body does what it wants. It never has a schedule. Thinking, when I'm home, if Franny lets me, I will sleep till like 9 o'clock in the morning and, have breakfast at like 10. So if I ate lunch, 5 o'clock would be like back to back. And there's work days where I'm like, somebody better cover me because I'm going to shank someone before lunchtime. I have to bring my nuts to work. Hey, Greg, how are you? I made it. Better late than never. Would you all prefer never? If so, don't tell me. I'll cry. Oh, no, we like you here. How you doing tonight? Coffee is breakfast. Usually forget lunch, but supper is a must. Coffee is gross. Definitely not breakfast. Breakfast is something nice and carb filled, like muffins or donuts or biscuits and gravy and a glass of milk. Because I haven't bought no eggs and bacon. That's a fancy breakfast. Lunch is when I have work, it's a sandwich. At home, it's probably pizza rolls or something. Breakfast is gross. You and your caffeinated bean water. Bet it's not even full of sugar and flavored creamers. Ready for some nice chaotic weekend here, Greg? Exactly. Food before noon is just wrong. No sugar, splash of milk. Ew. Wait until noon and drinking yucky, unflavored bean water. That's just nasty. Gotta have carbs so you don't go stabby. How am I not supposed to shank people if I haven't had a proper breakfast? We need energy to control the impulses. This weekend we have a local goddess festival. Some of you would really like it. Oh, that sounds cool. I've never heard of a goddess festival. Coffee is why no stabby. No, coffee is just supposed to give you energy to do more stabby. It's like, now I'm amped up. I can get all of them. Whereas you get the carbs like, oh yeah, now I can control my face. The brain is slightly functioning and going, oh yeah, that's bad. Because you ain't got to hide the evidence or pay off the jury, and that's both too much work. Hey, how are you? Still getting your room all straightened out at the new place? Gremlin, how's my gnome doing tonight? Did you get a nap in, Noah? I'm doing good, just debating the merits of proper breakfast versus gross coffee in the mornings. You didn't nap and you're still awake? Gnome mother. The Goddess Festival is always fun. Vendors, readings, dancing, music, good vibes all around. Oh, that sounds awesome. I've been good, and yeah, I'm sadly not any closer. Should be getting there soon. Currently waiting on my chicken to de-thaw. Ooh, what you making with it? Oof, finally gotten toasted. I know I can't move the blanket that much because that would require moving a little too much, and you're leaning on it, aren't you? Chicken parmesan sandwiches. Ooh, fancy. Hope everyone is looking after themselves. We're still here, and I've got a glass of tea and a kitty not being evil. How about you? How are you doing tonight? What are you doing up so late? What are you drinking out of? Straight out of the kettle? Mugs are for hot tea. This is cold sweet tea. I'm on the book Discord chilling with peeps and watching some French and Saunders. Ooh, are you being discordant, Noah? I have never heard of French and Saunders. That is a new one. Oh, see that tail? You look real sassy. You no. What is it? Hey, William, how are you? Greetings, reading my pick for Garb August. Ooh, what are you doing for Garb August? Ooh, wait, cats. I've been working on my book a bit more lately. Finally gotten up to chapter 5. Oh, well, congrats. That's awesome. Maybe if it's on Netflix or something. But is that like a UK show? Or what? Oh, almost slipped. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now we can put that up. Now it's there for if he misbehaves. I wave it at him and he goes, ah! She tried to off me. And he runs off to tell his mother. I haven't figured out what I'm going to read for Garb August yet. But I'll probably read something. Then again, half of what I read, I'm pretty sure, would count for Garb August. Because I love the bad humor. They don't have any new Christopher Moore. So I'm pretty sure that definitely counts with his childish, semi-raunchy humors. Like his take on Shakespeare is still my favorite. I'm a slow reader, that's why I started early. I will film a review of the book and upload it in August. Nice. And hey, ain't nothing wrong with being a slow reader. Sometimes I'll, tear through a book in a day or two, and other times it takes me 2 weeks to read what should be a short book. It all depends. And life happens. Yep. Oh, Like 10 pages in the textbook is, at least an hour. 10 pages in, a James Rollins novel, that's a matter of minutes. And then there's this one that I think I read 10 pages last night sitting in here, and then next thing I knew, it was midnight. I'm like, my head kind of, my neck hurts from falling asleep and going, Some good, I wasn't even rocking. I was just sitting in here with my music, and I still fell asleep. I started, what book are you reading now? Let's see. Oh, I'm curious. Frida McFarlane Ward. Nice. Been hearing a lot about that author lately. I think someone was reading her last week. Oh, hang on to that one for when you have insomnia. Mm-hmm. The last one that knocked me out that well was Pride and Prejudice. I had to read it in high school, and I kept losing the book. I'd get about 2 paragraphs, and then somehow the book was on the floor under the bed. So I know people are going to come at me for it, but that book did not work for me. And I couldn't keep all the daughters straight. I had to cheat and watch the movie for the test. I hope Ollie will be able to upload the Happy Garbagus video. I realize life is getting in the way for him now. Ooh, yeah, I haven't checked in on him in a while. Trying to keep up with all the watching and reading and sleeping is a struggle. This year seems to be just bad for everybody. I don't care which continent you're on. Hopefully he's doing well. I already have insomnia. So when I read, it doesn't have much effect. You just haven't got a properly boring book that somehow puts you to sleep instead of making your mind wander and going, well, if they'd done this, it would have been way more interesting. Which is usually what my brain does this time. Let me go off and rewrite this. I love more scary books. Read The Lord of the Flies in middle school, spooked my teachers. Sure, they have not seen that in a hot minute, especially in my generation. I still have yet to read that book. I've been meaning to for years. I'm pretty sure I could get it off Libby or something, but I have yet to actually try that one. I'm pretty sure that is not supposed to be a middle school read. I think that's usually a high school literature class. It's banned in most public schools, so same with Scarlet Letter. They ban everything. Give us our freedoms, but you're not allowed to have yours. How dare you know what these are? I could say some things, but I'm going to go to my happy place. We're not going to get on the lectures because that's why we're in BookTube. Because real world and people need to bash their head into the walls a few too many times. Or go, feed the sharks by hand without a scuba tank or anything. I had to read it in school. Never read Pride and Prejudice. Yeah, I had a teacher that absolutely, that was her favorite author, was Jane Austen, so we had to read 2 books by her that year. Right, you beautiful people, don't forget to love tap that like button and stay hydrated. I'm running off to bed. Oh, well, thank you, Noah. Sleep well. I'm glad I was in school before all this banning shite was a thing. Mm-hmm. But yet they'd lose their minds if we ban the Bible, and it's got way more violence and, spice and spicy violence than the stuff they're banning. Oh, lucky I'm in high school now, and honestly, they've banned all the good books. Heck, I still haven't gotten to read the Odyssey in school. I mean, I read it out of school, but don't feed the sharks. Humans are literally toxic waste. But then you don't have to dispose of anything. They just do it themselves, so it's not a crime. Fine, we'll have to find some other way. I think I remember reading Scarlet Letter in freshman year. It's like, I don't think they realize, like, the more you ban it, the more people want to read it. And hey, we can always get it offline, ordered from a state where it's not banned. Idiots. Now we're just going to sneaky read and go, haha, all the dirty stuff you don't need to know about. That's what volcanoes are for. No evidence. Yeah, but you don't want to stuff Yellowstone that much. It's already like overdue to eliminate some population. I don't know where the nearest one is. I don't want to have to travel with the people that far. But somewhere we don't know if you could probably convince them to go swim with the sharks. Just prove how tough they are. Go do this. A real man didn't need, any kind of suit or air or anything. Just dive to the bottom and take some bloody fish with you. Honestly, I'm in a state where most kids just horse around in school and not there to work. Honestly, I don't think that's a state to state. I think that's just, school in general. Nobody wants to go to school. It's like, I'd rather be asleep or hanging out with my friends, and you're making me do this thingy that I'm not interested in. Like, this class I like, but those 3, eh. So the good teachers would be like, this is why you need to know this. This is how it relates to, like, the real world when you get out of here. And then suddenly we care. But most of them don't have the sense to do that. It's like, I had a math teacher who was like, all right, so this is how you're going to figure out, like, how to get your money to grow in the bank. You want this kind of interest. Here's how to calculate it. Make sure they're not messing with you. This is really important if you want to, like, try to build your own house so you don't get, through the roof prices. You just got to get the land. Here you go. Remember this angle and, this amount of stress. Oh, now I care. I don't put money in the stock market because it's just raw numbers, not a labor of love like growing your food. And because it's, gambling. And my luck is not good enough to be gambling. I had a couple folks going, you should do this. Yeah, but it might lose money, or, I won't make that much, or I can put it here and it's guaranteed to grow because there's an interest rate on it that I know I'm going to get. That's guaranteed growth. Not a lot, but it's better than zero or negative. I try to grow things. I don't always have luck. Like my strawberries, I give up on them. I love them. I have never been able to grow them. But the watermelon that I didn't plant is doing well. My berries, like the blackberries, I've never gotten any because I can't compete with the squirrels and the birds. Stock market isn't, well, it's a market, but it's strictly a money thing. It has nothing to do with food unless you're investing in a like grocery store or something. I grew herbs mainly, and so far I've been having luck. Nice. I've been doing really good with basil, which is nice because it's pretty and it fills in, but not one of my favorites. I've tried to grow garlic a couple times with no luck. Now that's a spice I need to have. Some garlic. Next year I might try peppers again. They got one cayenne plant, not expecting much since the last time I planted about 15 different plants. And I got maybe 8 peppers out of it. This year I bought one and I just like it has ballooned. So I might have to try like some chili peppers and stuff and make my own chili powder. Because that goes in everything. Yay, watermelon. Groundhogs ate my. They're adorable, but they're rude. And honestly, I'm surprised Bunny hasn't eaten the watermelon vines and offed it yet. But Bunny hasn't really been visiting. Winter is great to grow peppers in my experience, but we live in different areas. Also gotta go, my meat finally thawed. Well, bye. Thank you for stopping in. And have fun with the kitchen tonight. Hope it turns out delicious. When I win the lottery, then I'll have my indoor greenhouse. So it would kind of be fun to grow all my spices. Though I'd have to have some trellises because apparently I need bell peppers for my paprika. One of those weird things that they don't teach you in school. And also kind of weird because I knew someone that was allergic to bell peppers, but she could use paprika in her cooking. But if you put slices in something, it was not pretty. I have a second watermelon now. We've got the one that's like the size of my hand. And I was trimming up the vines this morning a little bit, trying to figure out like they're all so I'm like, which is the one that the watermelon's on? I'll trim the rest. And I found one and it's like this big. It's so cute. We'll see how it does. The bottom decided ice was, oh, that's just rude. Well, hopefully it thaws soon because I bet you're getting on hungry. And the fancy meals always take a while to cook. Dried papaya seeds ground up can be used as a substitute for black pepper. I have never heard that. Then again, I've never really seen papaya or seeds for it. That's a cool one if you're in an area with a lot of it, though. Honestly, I don't know where the like what black pepper starts out as. It's 7 p.m. and chicken parmesan with the frying and breading takes forever. Oh, yeah. So you're going to be a late dinner like me. So now I'm curious. That's one of those things, like, they really should teach more of that stuff. Like, yes, math and science and learning how to read is very important, though it seems to be failing. But it's kind of nice to know where, like, food and stuff comes from. Black pepper is not the world's most popular. Dried berries of the. Huh. So it's a berry on a vine. That's cool. Of a vine that I cannot pronounce and would sound like I was cussing if I tried to say it. You've never seen peppercorns grow? No. Of course. I was just looking at them like, you can grow it in the U.S., but it depends like where in the U.S. that has the proper climate. So maybe I've just never lived in the right one. It's like I know citrus is on trees, but I've never seen it until I bought a plant here that I'm gonna have to, bring in the winters and driving in Florida because everywhere else I've ever lived is no, that's going to die. Apples and pears, yes. Citrus, you know where it comes from, but you're never gonna see it. And what I wish I had the proper climate for is I would love to have like a vanilla tree. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that would like die just in trying to get it here. With that, let's start our first reading sprint. We grow papaya in our reforestation area. I should take a picture of the fruit to show you. We even grow loofahs, a sponge made. One of the guys I work with grows loofahs. Like papaya, I've seen them like cut up and frozen, but they don't really go in our area. That's cool though. Yeah, I think I've always lived places way too cold for that. I didn't realize loofah was a plant until somebody was like, "Yeah, I'm growing this." I'm like, "You're growing like the thing I wash with? What?" Like, oh, you just like I thought that was something manufactured. Oh no, that's not the banner that I wanted. How did everybody's sprint go? Did you get much reading done? Or did you get distracted with other stuff? I got about 20-ish pages because it was actually moving for a while and they got to lecturing again, so I kind of skimmed the last few. They just can't make up their minds. We'll just have to play it by ear and see what goes on with this book. We had a nice, chasing some evil dude down after wrecking his car, and now we just have like a snobby lecturer again. Ooh, is it past bedtime for you? Did you wake up too early today, or is all the heat getting to you? See, I probably would be falling asleep, but I took like an hour-long nap before this. So instead, I'll probably end up going and popping out, one of the dragons and some skulls and making another round of little, shelf decor bits. No, just 7:30 early, so maybe weather. That will do it every time. If you need to go to sleep, then that is all good. Don't want to fall asleep sitting up. That can't be comfy. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's a lot of waiting, but it's fun seeing what's gonna come out. And I'm gonna have another new mold to play with, so even more woohoos. Slowly building my collection. And I've been playing with the glow in the dark, but they called it glow in the dark. It's more of glow and black light. Except for the blue and purple. Those are coming out well. No sitting stretched out on couch. Ooh, getting couch comfy, huh? Nice. That's how you really get the good sleep. I might have trouble falling asleep in bed, but put me on the couch. Oh, I'm getting a nice 2-3 hour nap if the pups don't start cussing at everybody and waking me up. Mm-hmm. So right now I've got the 2 sizes of skulls, the dragon. I've got a skeleton with a snake in my little 4-pack that I think I might try to figure out how to like turn them into keychains because they lay flat, unlike the picture where it looked like they were standing up. So I might have to figure that one out. But they're also good for color testings. Just kind of playing with everything right now, figuring out what I like and what works. I'm excited. I don't know when the Lord of the Rings one is going to get here, but it's totally what it reminds me of. And that's going to be a big one. I had to do the math, and it's 4.5 inches tall and a couple inches deep, so that's going to use up a bunch. But it's going to be so cool. So you have taken over the table in the garage. Yeah. He's encouraging my habit. Emptied out his toolbox so I could put some of the smaller molds and paints in it. I can't fit the one because it's 81 of them and it's easier to just leave them in their box. But the glow in the darks and the others are in there. It's fun. And he's set himself up. He's painting the little white dragon that he asked for so he can kind of paint the scales and everything. So, and he was looking at some turtles and octopuses, so who knows, we might get a little animal section. Build up a few and then start a little Etsy shop. But for now, I'm just decorating my shelves. And maybe the house for Halloween. That he have found a fun hobby. Sweet that he is also enjoying. He brought home paint brushes and the little palette so he can blend some of the colors. Ooh, it's even got the little, stick your finger through it hole and everything. Proper fancy painter. But my pressed flowers didn't work. I was all set I was gonna have a flowery dragon, but no luck there. I don't think he's checked his big old leaf, but oh well, we'll keep painting him. Because right now I'm doing like the mix in mica paints, but Walmart actually had the acrylics that are also color change. So that might be fun at some point too. Like, just pour in a bunch and get in there with the brush and really make them one of a kind. Make up the own colors and stripes and everything. Actually, oh, that might be kind of fun to play with. I just thought of something that they said don't do that I'm going to try to do anyway. See if I can preserve a fresh flower in some resin. See if that'll keep its color better. That's going to be fun. So like, you shouldn't do that because there's, a little bit of moisture in it. But I tried pressing them and they all turned like black or brown. So it didn't work very well. And if it cracks, it's all good because I'm just keeping it for me. If it lasts for a little bit, it worked. I tried doing the cross stitch, but that has taken forever and I've lost my patience. Like, they didn't give me the colors and it's not very clear. Something. I always gotta experiment. And if Jenny was here, there would be a really dirty comment following up on that. Because that little tiny ones will be perfect for that because I know exactly which flower I'm gonna snip off and put in there. Cross stitch and knitting more for winter time. That after about an hour or so, my hand starts hurting from the needle. So I am not fast at that at all. That's one of those domestic skills that, I'm not very domesticated. Like, if I ever got married, I'd be a feral housewife. But he said we can't have no more puppies, so I'm not in danger of that anytime soon. Because them's the rules. That we're both making about the same amount of money, so it's not worth it tax-wise. Mm-hmm. I saw that a couple years ago. And it's like, we got domestic housewives, which implies the existence of feral housewives. I'm going feral. And I mean, I am kind of bringing plants into the house. That is kind of feral. It's going wild. It's going to be insane in here come fall when I've got like 8 plants in here. Most of which will be small trees. Because Figgy can't handle less than 40 degrees, and we hit negative 20 over the winter. Not counting like wind chill. So he's going to be an inside plant with the hibiscus and the citrus. And I just don't want the birds pooping on my tea plant if I can keep it alive. So I'm just going to have lots of plants and books and dragons. Tiki would love that. Mm-hmm. That's why JB is only allowed in here when I'm in here. And even still, he tries to be sneaky. He likes to go to the door and fuss. I'm like, why don't you let me in? Because you try to eat everything. So it would be funny if he tried to eat one of my cayennes. That might finally teach him. Because he tried to eat a couple other plants, and like the fact that he had to stretch or they didn't taste good or were a little spiky did not stop him. But I don't think Tiki could eat my whole tree. He's a little tall. And Figgy's getting big too. That thing has literally doubled in size since he bought it. And the offshoot that was only about, couple inches is now almost the same size as the main trunk. They weren't kidding when they said that was a fast grower. But it takes it like 5 years. It would be big, but I can't plant it in the ground because it's supposed to get like 20 feet tall. But it would die. A Pomeranian wolf loved jalapeno. I could see Low Man doing that. Like, he used to get the flaming hot Cheetos. If, we dropped one, he would bark and slap and fight it. And then, like, kind of bite it and spit it out and fight it before he finally ate it. Now he's like, drop one, I dare you. Those things are good. If one hits the ground, it's gone. Like, you forgot to fight it and show it who's boss. He just snatches it up. And those things get some kick. It takes a couple handfuls, but they get some kick. And they were trying to get my buffalo nachos the other night. I wonder what he would do with the cayenne. So I've seen the other human. It's like, it wasn't even ripe. He was just like, ooh, it's green. I'm curious if I like this. And he literally just bit the green cayenne. Back, sorry, he thawed the wrong chicken breast. Dad had to butcher it. Lucky he knows how to do that. Oh, dang. Chicken breast is a chicken breast. You can still make parm out of it. Or something else delicious. Glad you managed to, get something thawed and get some dinner in you. Mine was, we started off finally getting some good stuff going. And then it got skim worthy again. We got some pompous, I'm rich private collector dude just going, y'all are all too dumb to understand my collection. But we also had 4 people murdered before that. In a foot race after wrecking the car to try to take out the evil Germans because it takes place in the 1940s. Like, it's after the war, but the Germans are still evil. I didn't read that last round. That's all good. We'll have another one in a little bit. What did you get up to instead, Lily? Body count gotta count for something. Mm-hmm. Gotta make up for all the like pages and pages of Professor Blab. Love a good, growing body count. Laundry got in the way. Oh, that's rude. I had to do laundry and dishes this morning. Adulting is so overrated. It ruins all the fun. I miscalculated. I'm thawing more chicken, thankfully boneless. Well, hopefully the boneless chicken thaws much quicker. I don't even remember the last time I had stuff with the bone in it, except for pork chops. And even then, sometimes it's the boneless ones because they're the ones that are on sale. Did you at least put on something good to like listen to in the background while you were doing all the laundry? I mean, did you fall asleep on the floor, fluffy boy? Keeping an eye out for your mama. Real Housewives. Which ones? I think, isn't there like 6 of those now? Are they real or are they feral? Or are they faking it? Because if there's real housewives, that implies there's the fake ones. And I think the fake ones would be more interesting. Way more dramatic. Silence. Currently wearing noise canceling headphones because I have the hearing of a dog at this point. What kind though? Because I swear mine are deaf half the time. And their noses only work around people food. Even then, sometimes it's questionable. Miami season 1. I can say that's one of those I never got into, but they work for some folks apparently because they keep making more of them. I'll inform my girlfriend that we are now adults and living together. Ooh. Does your girlfriend know that y'all are living together and adults? They are soon to release Real Housewives of London. I'm excited. I mean, it would be kind of nice to like. So, what is considered like the uppity over there versus the different places? Because they don't go with like the normal, well, it's cheaper for me to stay home with our 12 kids than for us to both work because we can't afford to like stick them somewhere and grandma won't watch them anymore. Like, we got the ritzy here and the ritzy here. What's London ritzy? That's selective hearing, not hearing issue. My cats have some. I wish it was selective. Yeah, I thought only like parents were supposed to have that. It's like they can't hear you half the time, but then you whisper something on the other side of the house and they hear that one and you're busted. They did have one lady who got evicted. What? Okay, no, that sounds like an interesting like trailer trash episode. London, guessing UK, not Canada. I didn't know y'all had a London in Canada. The amount of places that like cross over, because I think I know of at least 4 different states that have a Dublin in them, in 2 different places that have, a Santa Rosa, 3 Vegases. It's like, y'all are getting confusing. Y'all need to start coming up with new names. Unreal Housewives of Orange County. Oh, extra shame. You got evicted from the, stuck up Beverly Hills. Well, she will come home and find me in her house with a sleeping bag and some clothes. And what do your parents think of you that? You're a little too young to be sneaking off. But she now lives with her rich fiance. Ooh. I thought you lived in Ontario. You're living in London, going all posh. Now you gotta drink more tea, Elaine. If you're gonna live in London, you gotta have the tea. Ontario is a province. London is the city. Makes sense. It is pretty flippin' huge. At least that's how it looks on the maps. Though we all know those aren't actually to scale half the time. No, never mind. More likely I'll drag her to my house. And then her parents are going to be like, hey, why'd you steal our kid? About 10-minute drive east to west, longer north to south. It's a nice little size, manageable. You're going to be over here living in sin like I do. About 10-hour drive east to west. Ah, yeah, that's long. That's like the size of Texas. And that's just your province. Now I'm curious, what's bigger, Ontario or Texas? Oh, okay. So Ontario is a little bit about 1.5 the size of Texas. Hmm. It says it takes 12 to 14 hours to drive across Texas. So you're bigger, but it takes longer to drive. Nah, she's a middle child. She'll be fine. Ouch. Cat dear. Yep, I'm on Voxer. If you can find me, you can add me. I pretty much I found Ven, and then it was like, oh, friend of Ven is how I found everyone. Trying to search folks didn't go well. But I'm on there as Ginger Bibliophile, is same as on here. Hi, Sue. How are you? Oh, oh. Found ya. Usually I'll put in somebody's name. Here's 100 options. Good luck. I'm okay. Pulled a muscle and suffering a bit. Ouch. Hopefully that gets to feeling better soon. I finally finished 2 sandwiches. I've got 4 more. You're on a mission, aren't you? Can't say I've ever made chicken parm, though it does sound really good. Yep, I sent you a message. So if you didn't get it, then I found the wrong person. But they had the right name. Trying to find Elaine and Noah was, and Jenny was pretty much next to impossible. Quit giving me so many options. I can't see the pictures. It's 8 p.m. and I'm losing grip on reality. Reality's overrated anyway. Who needs that? Yeah, that one's giving me a bunch of options. Chicken parm is relatively easy. It's the frying, though. Yeah, I've seen it fried. I've seen it baked. I just have never, gotten into. By the time I'm ready for dinner, that looks like way too many steps. So those things I would probably order out at some point. An 8th life crisis. Wait till you get to the quarter life one. Those seem to be happening earlier. Used to be midlife crisis. Now we're just having them all the time because reality is being rude. other perk to eating early. Yeah, but I never know what I want to eat until I actually get hungry and like, oh, I'm fine. Oh, I'm starving. Used to drive mom nuts because she'd ask us if we were hungry and we'd say no, and then 30 minutes later, is there dinner? I'm gonna die of starvation. And I still am like, I don't feel the least bit hungry until I'm like, if I don't get food now, someone is gonna get hurt. It just shows up. Elaine, I would like to join you too. We can talk about astrology. I've been cooking since I was really young, so I really like making kets. I have never even heard of that one, but it has my name in it, so that's kind of cool. What is you going fancy with it? That looks good. Do you like to? Mm-hmm. I do a lot of cookies, and well, I cheat and use a box mix that I doctor up for making cakes. But eggs have gotten so dang expensive, and I just haven't been in the mood lately. We could. I haven't read much about it for a while. Oh, let's talk about the astrology. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to have to help mom in the kitchen because somebody's got to help cook, and it's very much a. In my house, it was a chick thing. The boys could not be trusted because dad would blow up everything in the microwave. And then my other brother, his version of like he would make spaghetti and he would just get the noodles and throw it up the ceiling to see if it stuck. So that they were not allowed in the kitchen. Lots of, classic Southern foods. It's a Japanese dish. It's pretty much fried pork. I can get behind that. I love a good fried up pork chop. Or some chicken fried steak. Ooh, I haven't made that in a while. Maybe that's what I'll get to make this weekend. That's one of those things that I love it. I make it and then I have lots of leftovers because you gotta have the white gravy that goes on it. And he won't touch it, though he might eat the biscuits that go with it. I don't think I've ever had Japanese, but I googled it and the pictures of it look delicious. Dad went to culinary school. He's now a butcher. Oh, that's nice. So he's got to bring you home the really good cuts of meat and make something delicious. Mm-hmm. Leftovers are a bonus. Cuts down on cooking. Mm-hmm. Especially when it's hot out. I'm like, I don't want to have to be in the kitchen, especially in front of a stove. The microwave is my friend because half the time, like anything I can reheat in the microwave is even better. I get around with cooking, especially since he's vegetarian. Oh, nice. I tried vegetarian. It did not work for me. I was just really mean for a week. I was hungry. So he's a butcher, but a vegetarian. That is quite the dichotomy there. He brought home about 14 pounds of beef yesterday. I made some carnitas out of it that night. Oh, nice. I made some pork carnitas a couple weeks ago. The crock pot is my friend. I don't know what to do with the rest yet. Depends what kind it is. You could make some jerky, some meatloaf, some stew. I haven't made a pot roast or what is that? Some roast beef in a while. It's like I used to do the pot roast in the crock pot. So good. And then I tried my hand at making a roast beef, and it was good, but I can't find the proper cut for it lately. It's always too pricey. Have you tried making corned beef? Carnitas are unbeatable. Do you make them with like the grain sauce? Because I got spoiled with that in California. It's like they finally got some folks that actually know what seasonings are in the kitchen. And like in the South, where it's I don't care what you order, the white folks all make it taste the same. And I had that green sauce on there and nice fall apart tender. I can't go back. And of course, they knew how to do it good in New Mexico too. I learned about the red and green chilies. Oh, yep. Open the can and corned beef sandwich. Canned corned beef? No. So I miss about him working at the grocery store and the butcher's things. Like, no, we're gonna have you trim off all of this bit. So we're paying for getting the best cut of it and not paying for any extra. Mr. Picky Butt actually liked my corned beef, but I gotta plan ahead because that's a good like week's worth of marinating before I actually cook it. Get it properly corned. Make it with something I can pronounce usually, but it's good anyway. Okay. You got enough seasoning on it. But that green sauce was just, I've never had it as good anywhere else. My first try of it and I was ruined. Opening a can is quicker. If you're gonna do it, you at least gotta go to the deli. You can't be getting it out of a can. The only meat that should come out of a can is tuna fish. I've seen that canned chicken and it just creeps me out. And Spam is just bleh. I don't care how much you fry it, it's still gross. My trap now, Beezer. If I move at all, you're so gonna fall. And so he's not on the arm, he's literally dangling, leaning on my hip. True, but I prefer home cooking. I feel lazy when I don't. Besides, I haven't eating it helps to know that what I'm actually doing with the food to eat. Home cooking is best, but it takes so long. And sometimes you just got to get all the ingredients that you're only going to use for the one thing. It's like, I'm never going to use this spice except for this one dish that I only use a tiny bit of. Bump it. Although I think the best canned food is the corned beef hash. I rarely eat it though. Yeah, that one, just one of those things. Saw it, it looked creepy. Huh. Don't fall off because I will laugh. I like playing with the various seasonings with the cooking. I just got a new one I've never had before. But I was at they have this new store that took over where Big Lots. Now there's like, hey, we just have random stuff. It changes every week. And they had bang bang seasoning, which I'm gonna guess is really spicy because it also said the word Szechuan on there. And my one experience with that was, and something else was like adobo something. I'm like, if it's anything like the adobo sauce that comes with the canned chipotles on it that I got once for homemade salsa, it is spicy. So I'm looking forward to playing with that one. I haven't decided what I'm gonna make with it yet, but it wasn't one of the name brand like McCormack's, so it was cheap enough that I was got a thing to play with. Mm-hmm. He does like to snuggle in here when he's not being a butt. He has not left the room for this whole time I've been in here. He's just was in the corner fighting the wall and then flopped out on like literally staring at the wall until he stretched out. Was like, I'm gonna look around the corner just far enough that he could like pop his head past the door jam and just stare down the hall. But then nobody came to visit, so he was like, ugh. Live in Florida, so we mainly have. Oh, I miss Publix. They had the best subs. I always get the ultimate sub and the diet ginger ale. In the can. Because I don't know what it is about the bottle, but it tasted weird. But I used to love those. But that is a strictly Southern thing. I have not seen one since I left Georgia, except for when I go visit the like adopteds in North Carolina. And it's I miss their subs. Oh, now you finally abandoned me. I see how it is. No Publix, no Kroger. I remember who was that one I used to go to? Ingles. That was the other one. That was a very southern thing that I have not seen since leaving Georgia. Now I mostly do my grocery shopping at Walmart because the cheap places in town actually cost like 3 times as much. But I have to go to one of them on occasion because it's the only place that has the sauce and rice that I like. He wanted to prove you wrong and booked it. Mm-hmm. He didn't even go far. He's literally sitting at the end of the hallway. I can see him staring because like it makes a little turn, so we have a little L-shaped hallway, and he's sitting on this end of the L and staring down. Like, if you're taking for granted that I'm here, I'm leaving you, Mama. No scratching my ears. And yet, when I close this door up after this, he's going to be yelling to be let in. They really do. Aw. That seems to be the case with everything, sadly. Oh, I haven't had one of those. I left in 2009, so it's probably, at least quadruple what mom used to pay for them. Like, I could literally buy all the meats and the breads and make it for less. The South is, it is, but the food is so good. It will kill you very young from a heart attack or, diabetic complications, but it's so good. Oh, little man. Like, I don't know. I've never been to the South. I know you're a New Mexico doggy, aren't you? Mm-hmm. But you've had mama's cooking when it's not too seasoned or saucy. Little bits of chicken. I never see Kroger in the other one. There's no Kroger or Ingles. Like, I know Kroger hasn't gone out of business. Ingles maybe. I think it went the way of Cub Foods and A&P. They disappeared in my childhood. So they were gone before you were ever born. I remember going, this grocery store went out of business. Now it's just an empty parking lot for, unofficial driver's ed. So it was like took up most of this one shopping center. It's like, there's like one other store here. Nobody goes there. Yeah. Well, then, if you're going to be farming and having chickens, you got to be in a rural area. The year I was born, help. We used to have A&P, now Metro. See, you say Metro, and I think of like the phone company that I think is the one that became T-Mobile. I have a Metro right now as well. Huh. Yeah. That was the weird thing. Is like there was literally where I, first lived in Georgia, maybe a mile down the road was two different grocery stores in the same shopping center. Like you had Cub Foods here and A&P was right here. And then some like random stores and the same thing. Well, at least if one's having a sale on one and one's having a sale on the other, we don't have to go far to go to various grocery stores. Because mom really would. She would like go through the ads and go, we're getting this one, this, and this one, this, and this one. And then we're going here for everything else because, toothpaste and stuff. And it would drive like, you're saving money, but you're going on gas. Yeah, but everything is within like a 10-minute radius. But those two, it's like, it's in the same shopping center. We're not even driving. Just drop in the car and then go to the other grocery store. And if the shopping made you hungry, you went across the street to Checkers. No, A&P is still around, I think, or at least a newer version. Nice. I just vaguely remember that name. Plus all the time in lines. Nope. Yeah, but if it's literally half the price at the other store, money don't grow on trees. Again, the lines didn't used to be that bad because they had multiple registers that were actually had people at them. No, they are separate, but Metro is ruled over by it. Really? What else? Okay. Flop. You're such a floppy kitty. Such a floppy fluffster. Mm-hmm. Neither does time. Plan meals around shop and sales. Nah. Oh no, but it takes a lot of time to get that money. Especially nowadays. Like, it takes me 5 minutes to drive here, but it took me 45 to make the money that I'd be saving. Of course, now there's not really the options. We're just going to Walmart. If they don't have it, well, we're not getting it. Huh. So for that once where it's like, well, we pass it on the way in, but that's only for Friday shopping. Where do you still live in Florida? Oh no, I never lived in Florida. I grew up in Georgia. I visited Florida twice. That's where my half sister and her kids live. And then I got to go to Disney World once. Oh, yes. Oh. I was outside of Atlanta. Moved around a bit. And then, yeah, 3 different cities. My mind is on chicken. Well, chicken is pretty good. So we ate it all up, and now it's ground beef tonight. Cuddles. Mm-hmm. He's trying to butter me up. That means he's going to be a butthead for some reason later. Or are you going to try to, do a bite and then get offended when I don't like it, huh? Like you petted me and then I threw my head around. And I still need to cut off that and that and that and that and that. You're lucky I don't keep clippers in here. He's like, oh, my head's just thrown back. I'm being adorable. You can't trim me when I'm being adorable. So you could get cuddles all the time if you would just, be snugly anywhere but in here or when you think I'm unconscious at night. Because he will wait till he thinks you're asleep and then hop up in the bed. Mm-hmm. But I have clippers in the bathroom and the living room. And one of the only other places he deigns to allow you to pet him is on the bathroom counter. He will actually hop up and demand pets in there. Like, it's the bathroom. The clippers are right there. And I'll get him at halfway off. Sometimes. I repeat, I have finally freaking finished doing the chicken on. Oh, hail. I'm glad you're finally done with the chicken. Now you can fry it up and eat it while we do our last and, second sprint of the reading sprints. Huh. So we always have to do at least one just to prove Noah wrong because he says we don't do them. So we gotta do one and then we aim for two. Don't we, Beezer? 8:30 and I finally finished. And it'll be a little after 8 when I finally start. But I stay up late. It's the weekend. I don't gotta get up. I don't think he's gotta get up. He's talking about maybe doing overtime this week. Huh. So we can eat late and sleep in if Franny allows it. When I got work, I try to make sure we have dinner by 8. Because even if I'm not hungry, I'm like, I gotta eat because breakfast ain't gonna be enough, and I'll be lucky to get lunch by 1. I'll be violent by then. Hey, I finished before the 2 people I was even cooking for got home. You're practicing to be a domestic wife, having dinner on the table when they get home. Yeah, that's not a skill I'm ever gonna master. I'm feral all the way. Huh. That way I got all the feral animals. Yeah. I got you because you was all blind. And you were nice when you were that way. We say we do our last sprint and then we'll call it for the night. Where I can eat and read. He's gonna get snuggles. I'm surprised I'm not getting cussed out going, hey, it's time, even though it's early. Usually Franny would have busted in by now. Mm-hmm. Throw that up and go with that. Yeah. Do our last sprint. I'm not gonna lie. I've informed my girlfriend that we are now married and adults and living together. She's not. So you got married. You forgot to propose and have the wedding, but you're married. I think she's gonna be confused. Night, Elaine. Thanks for coming in. I'm sure there will be pictures incoming in the morning. I got some good ones, a little man. I'll wait till everyone on the UK side is awake to send them out. Enjoy the rest of y'all's evening. I'll sleep. I can't physically sleep. Oof. Good luck. I can't sleep through the night, but that's because I have puppies. And they take turns waking up going, I gotta go to the bathroom. Let me out. Yeah. It's a good, you good boy. Oh, silly boy. Mhm. Yes, go time. Oh, bounce. it's the end of the chapter and only 3 minutes to go, so I'm going to go ahead and call it, given that there's not really anybody hardly left. And it's getting on. Make some dinner, and more importantly, feed the pups so Franny don't get any time, because she has a strict 8 p.m. dinner. So thank y'all everybody for coming in. Hope y'all had a nice evening and continue to have a nice evening or morning, depending on it. And I will see y'all next week. Bye. See you, everyone. Thank you.